Hello. Each time I sit down on a chair, she wants to sit in my lap because she wants to look outside the windows. Hello and welcome to this video. Finally, I'm back with a video on YouTube and I'm very excited. I'm thinking about making like a quarterly episode, like a season-based episode for YouTube because that's a good amount of time for me to get things done when it comes to sewing and weaving and things. Then I can show you a bunch of stuff that I have finished and some things that I am currently working on, and also some dream projects. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm talking about knitting, weaving, maybe some spinning actually, because I have my spinning wheels here behind me, but also some embroidery, yeah, and sewing. Yeah, that's all. I think, you know, all the textile crafts. And I did a bit of a Christmassy backdrop, maybe not that Christmassy, but I'm wearing my Festive Yoke Pullover and I love this sweater and I've been longing to be able to wear it, and now it's December, 1st of December today actually, so that's very exciting and I'm all ready for the intense Christmas feels, you know, to come. I'm very excited. I have been sneaking in some ornaments, and today as I'm filming this is the Saturday of the 25th. I am actually going to put up all my all of our Christmas decorations, so it's finished for next week, which is 1st of Advent. But yeah, so today I'm wearing my Festive Yoke Pullover. I'm gonna show you what I've been making and what I have been you know, finishing up and starting, and what I'm dreaming of right now, and it's a lot of things. I have my chai tea. Eden is here. I have some daylight, which is not, you know, we don't have a lot of daylight right now, but yeah. So, but I'm gonna start with some info. So if you're following me on Instagram, you may have seen that I've been teasing about like a advent calendar, and I'm going to do a reel every day for December until the 25th of December. So like an advent calendar. I'm very excited. I have been preparing quite a bit, but yeah, I have a lot of things planned, which I'm very excited to show you. I also have some giveaways because we hit 30,000 followers on Instagram, which is wild. It's so wild. I had 10,000 as a goal this year and we recently hit 30 and soon up to 32, which is insane. I'm so grateful that you're following me there, and if you don't, please follow me there because I post almost every day, and I post a lot of videos, reels and inspiration for outfits and stuff like that. So yeah, if you want to keep up, you can do it there. But yeah, so I'm making a kind of advent calendar there, which is reels, and they're going to be like 10 seconds long or maybe 20 up to a minute at most. But you know, very short videos with lots of Christmas feels in them, like craft projects or baking or just hanging out or taking a walk, you know, all the Christmas feels. It's just gonna be a feel-good Christmas series on my Instagram, and I'm very excited, as I said many times. And if you want to follow me on Patreon, I have a Patreon that where I post extra materials. So I have so I have a podcast there, which is the seasonal craft podcast, and I post one episode every new month. So today you can go over to my Patreon and you can find a podcast there, or you can find several podcasts actually, because I already done this kind of project for a few months. So there's there's that, and then I post a video every month, an extra video every month about something that has to do with craft or knitting. And then I post inspirational posts with things that I, you know, enjoy at the moment. So it can be music and books and movies, series, craft of course, and I will actually link to a specific Pinterest board that you can go and check everything out that I'm talking about there. Yeah, so yeah, I think that's it about oh yeah, and if you subscribe to the highest tier in, or the highest tier on my Patreon, you get my new patterns for free. Or for free, you know, I include them there as a link and you can download them. So yes, it's a really good Patreon page, I must say. And I'm very proud of the content that I've created so far, and the community that we are creating on Patreon is just so cozy and amazing. So I leave the link down below if you want to go there. But yeah, but we're here on YouTube. So today I'm gonna talk about things that I've made. I have a list and I think I need to check that because, yeah, so I don't forget anything. The first thing that I'm gonna talk about is my jacket that I have made this autumn. And this started as just a project that came out of the need of a new jacket. So I'm not gonna stop using my old jacket that I have, which is boiled wool fabric that I sewn into a raglan jacket, which I love it and it's amazing. And it's very nice for, you know, the in-between weather, which has been honestly all of November. It's about now it's getting to be really cold, but before kind of mild weather. So that jacket has been amazing for that. But I wanted a bit thicker and a bit bigger jacket so I can fit things under it. And I wove the fabric and made a jacket out of wool fabric, and this is only stash yarn actually. I think I made 10 meters of fabric for this, and as I said, I only used stash yarn. So it is you know, you can see here it's browner and here it's more gray, so I've changed the weft. The warp is all the same in the whole jacket, but I changed the weft sometimes. But it's, you know, if you look at it, you would see like a brown gray coat with orange stripes. So I'm very happy with this project, and I haven't been wearing it that much yet because it hasn't been so cold, as I said. But I'm very pleased with the project, and if you want to see it on me, you can go to my reels. I have a video there where you can see the whole jacket. So yeah, I'm very happy with it. It has a good width to the skirt or to the jacket, you know, below the waist. So I can fit my skirts easily under there, it's no problem. And that was kind of the goal, and I wanted like a really big skirt part of the jacket. So I'm very happy with that one. The next project that I'm extremely happy about that I've been wanting to do for such a long time, and that I just haven't been prioritizing, and it took me maybe half an hour when I did it, which is so typical, you know. It's all, isn't it always like that? And that is a project bag. And I made this out of the fabric that I bought in Scotland. So I bought two different kinds of fabric. This is the Harris tweed that I bought, and I even got the little label here, so I sewed it in the side seam, which I'm very pleased with. and then I put some, you know, some pins on it. One Leia and one Harry Potter. But yeah, so I took this fabric that I bought there and I just made it into a bag, you know, and it's amazing. It fits in my näverväska, birch bark bag, but you know, I can also carry it under my arm, which is amazing because I oftentimes go between places to knit, and I need to bring several projects with me so I can change. So if I'm walking to a cafe, or if I'm going to my mom's, or tomorrow I'm going on a train ride for 3.5 hours, and then a car ride for 3.5 hours, so it's perfect to just bring with you. I'm very happy with it. So for the inside I used a twill cotton fabric that I actually bought on Panduro this summer, and I thought this is a good fabric for lining bags or making bags out of, and it is. It's very nice. So it's kind of sturdy, but not that thick, you know. And then I have, sorry, I have projects in here, I can't show you. This is fine. So I have a pocket here on the inside that it's kind of big, so it fits my circular needles. And then I have a pocket on the other side that is a bit smaller, and in there I have like a pouch for my stitch markers, some painkillers, and I have my, the size is perfect for loose sorry, this yarn, loose tips. So you know, it's perfect. And I didn't even intend it to be perfect for that, so I'm very pleased. So in this bag I have a lot of things. Right now I have 4 projects, and one of them is a big cardigan. It's not that big yet, but it comes down from to my waist, you know, the yoke in the waist. And then I have another sweater that I'll be working on the body, a smaller project, and a shawl. Yeah, you know, it's a lot of room and it's amazing. And then I have my project book to write notes in. I have my Kindle so I can read. I have my mashma where I put all my knitting things in, you know, needles and scissor and measuring tape and everything. It's there. And then I always have everything with me, and it's perfect. So, and it was also perfect because I did this at the evening when I was still recovering from COVID last week, because we got COVID, but it's fine. We're all good now. But I was recovering, and I just had this itch of making something, you know. I had been knitting all weekend in the sofa, but I just wanted to get up and do something, you know, create something. And this was a perfect project because I could just follow a video tutorial on how to make a zippered pouch, and I didn't even have to think about, you know, which way the fabric's gonna lay or the zipper. So it's, you know, it was just perfect. So yeah. So, and I actually, I made a pouch for my colleague who watched Idun while we were in Edinburgh. So I had taken some of the fabric for that, and that was kind of this big or something. And then I had exactly this amount left. And I had a zipper at home that was exactly this length. So it was meant to be, you know. Can you tell that I'm happy with this pouch? Now when I'm packing it with all the things that I told you, all the projects, so it's 4 projects in here, it looks like this. And I can carry it under my arm to the train tomorrow. Amazing. Okay. I think, yes. Okay, so now we come to a pattern that is released when you watch this episode. Yes, it is. I was supposed to release it like yesterday, the 24th, but I just didn't get it. I just didn't get the time for it. But that is my garm sweater, or you know, aka the dog walking sweater. So it's finished, the pattern is test knitted, and I have I'm so pleased to bring you this sweater because this is one of my favorite sweaters ever. I've been using the first one that I made. It's almost got like holes under the sleeves right now, and it actually has a hole in the cuff that I'm gonna mend. But this is 3 strands of plateloopy knit into this outdoorsy sweater that you can wear to when you have a skirt or a dress, or you can wear it to pants as well. So it's actually the most perfect dog walking sweater because I can just throw it on if I'm going for a walk with Idun, and it keeps me warm. It's when it's been like almost 7 or 8 minus degrees here, I have been wearing this, and under it I've been wearing a merino shirt and then mittens and a scarf, and when I walked for like 2 minutes I'm warm. So it's very good. It's very thick. So this is finished and released as you see this video, so you can grab the pattern on my Ravelry. And next thing is a thing that I have been working with Woolen Twine Fiber Studio, so Julie, and she's amazing to work with. I'm just saying, it was such a nice process to work with her, and she released a sock yarn this year, and she made like a collection for August, September, October, and November, I think. Yes, so she made like a box that you can get with the pattern, the yarn, and some other nice goodies that, you know, it was a theme every box. So she had, like, in my box she had stitch markers that were a small mushroom, and then she had an acorn wooden box that you can get. So it was amazing. But yeah, so my contribution was this design. This is called A Shortcut to Mushrooms socks, which is from inspired from the Lord of the Rings, you know, the hobbits. Yeah, and this is knit in Ovis sock, her new sock yarn, which is amazing, and I've been loving these. I love to knit in it. It was really nice to work the color work in this yarn. It's really thin, but it fills out great when you wash it. And yeah, and it keeps its shape and everything, and it's, you know, warm and woolly and no nylon. It's 100% wool fiber, which is a big plus for me. And it's they are worked from toe to top, and the dots on the mushrooms are embroidered on afterwards, so you don't have to do like a 3 color work thing, which I know is not that, it's not that nice to do. So if you want to get this pattern, you can get it on my Ravelry. I leave the link down below, of course. So it's called A Shortcut to Mushrooms socks. So if you want to go and feel like a hobbit, this is your socks. Okay, so we continue with some knitting. If you followed me for some time, over a year, you know that I released these Air socks last December. And these are knit up in let loopy, and I've worn this, and I've worn these socks so much, but they haven't around the house, you know. This isn't the sock that you use in shoes, I would say, but they haven't, they are whole still, which I'm trying to say. Of course they look like they've been worn because I worn them so much. I actually slept in them this winter, the last winter, because it was so cold. But yeah, these are amazing for just hanging around the house or sitting in the sofa, sleeping. You know, they are perfect. I love them. So I thought that I might extend this collection of 8 knitting patterns for this year. And I made a mitten, which I'm only finding one of because I think Idun has snatched the other one and has hidden it somewhere. So but yeah, this is the mitten, and it will come out during Advent, like an Advent calendar. Yeah, part of my Advent calendar. That's what I'm trying to say. So this is the mitten, which I'm very pleased with. I love them. I use them all the time now. I'm obsessed with the dots. They are my favorite. And the last pattern in this collection, which will come out first, I think, because it has been highly requested to make into Christmas presents, which it's perfect for. So it's the hot water bottle cover in the collection. This actually have a water in it because we use it a lot. So, but yeah, this is really cozy. I bought this hot water bottle last year because, again, it was so cold. And we had it in our bed, in the sofa. I had it when I sat down and was working. So I had it a lot. But the material for the actual bottle isn't that nice. It's very rubbery and plasticky, because it is plastic. But yeah, so I decided to make a cover for it, and this was the perfect design for it, I think. It's so... I really love this. I'm very, very pleased with this design. And it's so cozy now, especially when it's warm, because it gives off kind of like a soft warmth for a long time. When you have only the hot water bottle, it's kind of burning burning hot if you have it against your skin, so you have to have something between anyways. So a cover for it is perfect. So yeah, this is the collection, the collection, and I thought that I might add to this in the coming years, like every December. You know, I love to be like sustainable about my working conditions, and to only create new patterns all the time, and them being slightly similar. I think it's better to use a beloved pattern and make more things out of them. Then you can have a collection at home, exactly as me, and be very pleased with it. So I'm thinking maybe a pillowcase or a hat, maybe. Maybe, you know, let me know if you want me to make something like an accessory, or maybe a sweater. Should I make a sweater? I don't know, maybe. Yeah, let me know if there's something accessory yeah, a knitting accessory, no, accessory that I can knit in this pattern that you want in your home. That would be so nice. But yeah, well worn, every single one of these. I think that's everything that I'm finished with. I tried to think, you know, of the past few months. Yeah, and I'm thinking that's everything that I have finished. Except for, you know, the book thing. I still have a lot of book things that I'm working on. So I can't show you that, sorry. I've been doing some chai tea here. I lost my sense of taste, or my sense of smell actually. I could still taste like salt and sweet and bitter and everything, but I couldn't, you know, the nuances was gone, which is very annoying, and I hated it. And it was so, I think it was due to my sinuses, not so much corona, I don't know. But it's back now and it's amazing. I can't tell you how much I enjoy food right now. Yeah. Okay, so something that I have actually finished but haven't finished is my Christmas embroidery. Looks like this. I actually started this embroidery this autumn, and let me tell you, I didn't think I was gonna finish it in the first year. I have another Christmas embroidery that I've been working on for like maybe 15 years. I'm not kidding. So to have this done so quickly is, yeah, I'm very happy with it. And it says, in Swedish it says, Vi önskar eder alla en fröjdefri jul. And in English translated, it's kind of like we wish you a, yeah, we wish you a Merry Christmas actually. It says. And then I think it's me and Robin and our Christmas tree. So yeah, I'm very happy with this, and I made it on linen fabric with a DMC Moliné yarn. You know, it's a cotton embroidery floss. And it's yeah, it's finished, so I just have to hem the edges, which I think I'm gonna do this weekend actually, because I want to hang it on my wall. Yes, but this is the finished result. I don't think I've shown you, maybe I've shown you this before in a video here, maybe not, I don't know. But yes, so happy. And I actually have one that I think my mother, yeah, my mother did this when she was younger, and it's kind of like the same style. It's the same kind of fabric and the same kind of thread, and you know, yeah, I think they go well together. So I'm gonna hang this too. And this says Nu har vi jul här i vårt hus. So it's translated to now we have Christmas here in our house. Yeah. So that's going to be nice. It's the first time I am hanging her embroidery on in our home. Okay, on to something that I'm currently working on, and I'm working on a lot of clothes right now because I want to, yeah, upgrade my wardrobe a bit. It's time for that. So I have in my mind I'm working on a black linen dress, but I've not started it yet. But I have the fabric at home, and I know kind of like what I want to do. So it's kind of like I'm working on it. Yeah. But then I actually am remodeling. Do you say that? I don't know. I'm remaking a dress that I have, a linen dress that I made a few years ago, and it has these balloon sleeves with a band. Then I added my initials in the back, and I'm gonna make like a button down instead in the front, but just to the waist. So I'm ripping things out right now, and I'm gonna make a yeah, I've started here, but I'm gonna make a button down and a small color, like a very low color, just to keep it together, you know. So that's for the upper part of this dress. It's very hard to show you right now because it's just black linen fabric in, you know, large quantities. But the thing that I wanted to talk about is actually this skirt. And I actually I usually pleat my skirts, but I wanted to try something different for this dress because I met Lina Odell, and and she had a dress that was kind of similar. She had also big balloon sleeves, but she had a different top, like the closure was different, and she had a big collar, but the skirt was like this. And I asked her how to do it, so she told me, and I have been, I don't know what to call this in English, sorry, but this is like traditional way to make skirts. So you sew 3 times in a row, like stitches like this, and then you tug on them, and you wet this down with water and let it dry like this, so the wrinkles, in a lack of a better word, get set like this, and then you sew it onto the bodice part. So yeah, I've been doing that. I did that also while I was sick, but it was kind of like a nice meditative movement, just to, you know, up and down, up and down, up and down. And it was kind of quick. I made it in like maybe 1.5 hours or something. I did this, so I'm gonna sew it onto the bodice while when I'm done with the bodice and the button downs and everything. So I'm very happy. I think it's gonna feel like a whole new dress, because I wasn't really, I love the sleeves and I love the skirt, but I didn't love the bodice of it. It was just a lot of fabric, and I want something to happen. I want a bit of a neckline and some buttons, to make it feel like more work done, if you get what I'm saying. And I think this waist is gonna be very nice for me. So yeah, and it's, you know, it's hemmed and everything, so when I'm done with the bodice and then sewed on the skirt, it's done. So that's nice. Second to last project that I'm working on. This fabric I also got in Scotland, and I have been contemplating if I'm gonna make a dress or a skirt from it. But I think I landed in a dress. So the first fabric was Harris tweed, but this is tweed from Shetland, and it's this amazing rust color that is just, you know, it's my dream fabric. And actually, funny story, me and Robin was at the Edinburgh fabric store, like the last full day that we were in Edinburgh, and we walked in there and I bought the green fabric, and then I bought the like 1/2 meter from this fabric. And when we walked out of the door and I paid for everything, and Robin said like, shouldn't you just buy fabric for a skirt or something, you know, something big that you can make a pair, something to wear out of. And I was like, no, it's so expensive, and we don't have that much room in our bags, and blah 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 blah. And he was like, okay. And then we got back to the hotel room, and I just held up this beautiful fabric in front of me like a skirt, and I was like, I have to have more. So the next day we went back to the fabric store, and I was meant to buy 1.8 meters, but it was like a chunk of fabric that was 1.9 or almost 2 meters. And he was like, you can get the whole chunk for the price of 1.8, so very happy. And I bought 2 meters extra of it. So I actually washed it by hand, and I sewn it into a cylinder. So now I'm thinking about making a dress. And I actually asked on my Instagram what kind of dress you would think would look good in this fabric, and a lot of people said like a wrap dress or a pinafore. That would be amazing. And then Sara Wallgren, who knows me very well because she's the same as me, she said just make something that you know that you love, and you know the fit will suit you and you will enjoy it. So I was like, yes, I'm gonna make one of my, you know, typical dresses that I always make, but in this beautiful woolen fabric. I'm gonna make something a bit different, but you know, not much. It's gonna look like one of my black linen dresses, but I think it's gonna be amazing. And it's so beautiful, this fabric, and it's so thin, it's like, you know, the fall and drape is amazing. So yeah, I've started on the skirt. I have washed the second piece of fabric so I can make a bodice out of it. I have to buy a zipper for it, but that's about it actually. And then I'm gonna make it a beautiful dress. It's gonna be a winter favorite, I think. I'm actually done with my projects now. I thought I had one more, but can't remember what that was, and it doesn't say on the list, so maybe I was just... So yeah, I have some dream projects, of course. I want to make a sweater for Robin because he has worn his riddare, his grey riddare, for such a long time now, and he needs another one, or a new sweater of some kind. And I'm thinking about making a pattern for men. Haven't made that yet, and it's a real challenge, I think, but you know, maybe it's good to seize the opportunity when knitting him something to make a pattern out of it as well. So maybe I will do that, or maybe I will just you know, knit something from an existing fabric pattern and just relax in that knitting. I don't know, I haven't decided yet. So sorry, someone's walking outside with a bag. Yeah, so I want to make a sweater for him, and ideally I would knit something in nutiden, but I haven't got that amount of yarn for a sweater for him. I will need at least 600 grams, I think. But yeah, so maybe I will wait for that, or maybe I just buy some wool and give the sweater for him to him for like a birthday present or something, or a Christmas present, because his birthday is in December, quite close to Christmas, so maybe it would be a joint present. But yeah, so I have a dream project to make Robin a sweater because he wears them so much, and he wears them till they look like, I don't know, till you can't wear them anymore. So yeah, it's his turn soon. But yeah, and then I have a dream about making another blanket for our sofa, because we have woolen blankets everywhere. We have one each in our bed, we have two in the sofa, but I want another one, and it's a perfect project for like scrap yarns or stash yarn. If you have a lot of 2-ply wool, it's perfect for that. So I have two parts of the blanket already done, but I also want to make like because they are light gray, but I also want to make like a very colorful blanket, and by colorful I mean yellow, orange, red, that kind of colorful. So like a sunset or something. Yeah, that would be beautiful to have in our couch, because it's like a dark gray. We have a sheepskin in our sofa and 2 gray pillows. So I think like yeah, it would be beautiful with a sunset blanket. I'm gonna think about that. And I'm thinking about using this yarn, which is Kampes Våtrodia, because then I can use, I did buy, for the first blanket I made in this yarn as well, I used 300 grams for one part, and I made 4 parts and sewed them together, and that was really perfect for a blanket actually, and it's not that expensive either to buy. So maybe I will wish for that for a Christmas present. Yeah, because Mom and Robin is asking me what I want for Christmas, and I'm like, well, I guess yarn, but I don't know what kind of yarn. So yeah, maybe I will do that, and then have the blanket as a passion project during January, February, March. That would be amazing. Yeah, that's everything, I think. Yeah, I have a lot of ideas I want to do. I have so little time right now to make them. It always sounds sad when people say that, but I'm actually not sad about it. I'm just looking forward to have things to do in the future, because the sad thing for me would be to have nothing to do. You know, I don't know what I want to do. I don't have any project in mind. I don't have any dream projects. That would be a nightmare for me. So I'm trying to be grateful for having all of these ideas and things that I want to make, but not the time. Because sometimes in the future there will be time to make that project, and I will be enjoying it so much. So yeah, I'm trying to just write them down and have them available for when I can do them. When I have the yarn that I want for that project, or you know, the time or the place, or yeah, just the opportunity to make that project that I'm dreaming of, because there's no rush. Because I don't want to run out of projects. That would be a nightmare. Yeah. So, but yeah, I'm very happy to finally be back with a video for you here on YouTube. I really miss the community on YouTube. But you know, I have to prioritize with my time. But I think quarterly videos will be good, and I can talk about the things that I made during those 3 months. And you know that you have something to look forward to. You know, I have a video coming up in some time, but still, there's gonna be a video. But yeah, now I'm quite tired actually, and I paused my cleaning up of the apartment because I wanted to catch the light before it went. So I'm gonna resume to clean the apartment, and I only have vacuuming and cleaning up my desk left, so it's not that bad. Then I'm gonna watch TV, sew, knit, because it's Saturday. So, and and Robin is away. He's doing a gig tomorrow, so he and my father actually together is going to play a gig, and they went away for that this afternoon. So I have the whole evening for myself. But if you want to follow me, make sure to check out my Instagram. It's anna.sjosvard. You can just search for Anna.sjosvard and I will show up. And if you want to support me further than that, you can follow me on Patreon and subscribe to one of the tiers there and get extra material from me. And for, I don't know if I said that before, but on my Patreon I will actually do a Christmas special as well. Not a vlogmas, because that's too much. But I will do a 4 extra videos, like not 1 but 4 for all of December. So 1 each Sunday. There will be a video with something Christmassy. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you soon. Bye.